Now I'd like to show here how to start a RIHN dry compost. First, prepare a large basin of about 36 liters, a shovel, 10 kilos of soil, 1 kilo of rice bran, and 0.5 kilo of chicken manure. Place the basin in a place where it is not exposed to rain, and fill the basin with soil, rice bran, and chicken manure. Mix well with a shovel. In spring and summer, within a few days, the temperature will reach 55 to 60 degrees. And even in winter it can reach 30 degrees. If there is a lot of moisture, white mold may grow, but this is not a problem. White mold is a filamentous fungus that decomposes waste. If you don't like bugs, cover the basin with a net. Mix it once a day, the mold and the odor will disappear in few days. Then, after a week, the preparation is done. Now, let's put in the waste. If there is a lot of moisture, it can cause a foul rotten smell and attract insects, so make sure to drain the moisture from the waste. Now put it into the compost and mix it. When doing so, blend the waste with the soil, so that it is no longer visible on the soil surface. If the waste is exposed on the surface, it can cause maggots to breed. In summer 500 grams, and in winter about 200 grams per day is the appropriate amount. By adding this amount, the microbial community will gradually grow to break down the waste. When you put the waste into the compost will heat up. This is the fermentation heat that is generated by the microorganisms when they are consuming the waste. The temperature will vary, depending on the amount and the quality of waste you put in. It will be interesting to observe. Microorganisms will consume the nutrients from the waste and break it down. When the compost is bone dry, it is the ideal condition for the hungry microorganisms. Please don't leave kitchen waste in the disposal corner, but put it into the compost before the flies come. If you bury it into the compost soil, flies will not come. In case the maggots start to breed, refrain from putting in the litter. Mix the soil well from the bottom every day to allow the soil to dry. As the soil dries, the maggots will naturally decrease in number. Depending on the number of people in your family and the amount of food waste, one compost may not be enough. In that case, prepare another compost, and set a day when you don't put in any waste. This way, you can keep the compost in good condition. Some things are quickly decomposed, while others take time. It will be interesting to observe. If you keep putting waste in, the soil will be broken down into smaller particles, become smoother and feel different in touch. The soil, which had a whitish tone at first, will turn dark brown in color. Then, as more nutrients are added, it will turn black. Once this happens, it's time to mature it. The compost is rich in nutrients and can be used in home gardens. To achieve this, we stop putting in waste for a while and leave it to mature. Mix it every 2 to 3 days and continue this for about 2 weeks. At this point, wet the compost with water. If it doesn't give off a foul, rotten smell, it's ready for use. Apply by sprinkling onto the soil surface. In a nutshell, the decomposition mechanism in the dry compost is similar to what's happening in the human stomach. If you put too much waste in at once, the compost will become full, and if you put in even more waste when it is full, it will cause indigestion. Wait until your compost is hungry. The key point here is the temperature. The decomposition will best occur when the temperature of the soil is around 36 degrees, which is roughly the same as the human body temperature. If you feel the microorganism may be full, please check the soil temperature by touching it with your hand to decide. This is a method called RIHN dry compost method. It is designed to avoid insects and odors, and it can be easily started and continued in any household. But there are various ways to compost. Please use this method as a starting point and find your own way.